Same Overstood podcast page?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it. No.
Oh,
I don't think you added me.
No, that's true.
Cause I don't see.
Everybody in You got to turn your sound down, or that's gonna feed back into.
I swear to God, I don't see it. Is it because I'm not on the Wi-Fi?
It's because you hiding them up.
No, I guess I'm not.
It don't got nothing to do with the Wi-Fi.
What is the Wi-Fi?
I can't give it to you now. You had to let me put it in because I'm on the.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You look real fucking fantastic with your makeup tonight. What color lipstick is that? Is that Night on the Town purple? I'm not fucking with you, Hollywood. You hear me?
I hear. Where you going? No, it's at the end of the hall. All right, we in business. Straight.
You got 73 motherfucking doors.
Shut up. Say something in your mic. We are back. Oh, let me share this on my Facebook. On the book. I'm so happy to be back. Yay.
I know, this is exciting.
It's a whole podcast.
This is exciting.
We waiting on Diezel.
You know black folks ain't never on time. It's okay. I came at white people time.
Why people? You can adjust your mics again too.
Walk into the light, Caroline.
Step into the light.
Walk into the light.
Step into the light, Carolyn. Y'all ready?
We got some fancy music come on first.
We
gotta make a jingle.
I hate you. That comes in the edit.
Gotcha.
Play some Gucci.
Not the Gucci.
In honor of
Play
this,
some Gucci.
in honor of this L.
That he about to take.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
All right. It's the Overstood podcast, and this is episode 1 in 2020. What month is this? November. And it has been 18 months since I've recorded a podcast, but we back.
We in this time.
I have 2 new co-hosts with me, and I am going to allow them to introduce themselves. Let's start with you, Hollywood.
Hollywood P.I.D. Follow me on IG. What's going on?
Kamel Hassan, a.k.a. Diezel.
Diezel.
Why you add that extra bass at the end?
Right.
Your very white boy.
Diesel. You'll
Yes.
never say diesel like that, though.
Yes.
Diesel.
So you know what I mean.
So it's been, we got a lot of catching up to do.
man.
Like a whole lot of catching up to do. Because it's been so long since we did a podcast, everything happened. The world shut down. We got hit with a whole pandemic. It's been... This is...
Just
we in a whole nother year. Like, us being in a room right now is dangerous.
They probably talking shit about it on live.
I mean, because it is.
They probably talking shit about it on live right now.
Right, about being in a room. You know, you can use your phone. You need to like watch the live to make sure people not asking questions and stuff.
It's just 3 of us.
That's not a COVID cough, y'all.
I was about to say.
I've been smoking weed. That's not a COVID cough.
Did you take his temperature?
You know what? I should have. You are absolutely right.
I just came from a movie set, so
I should have
taken
that right.
Around a whole crowd of people.
I had to provide a negative test and get my temperature taken. Yeah,
they made you get tested?
Yeah, I got to get tested for everything I do.
Oh. Well, that's good.
Tested every damn week since
Y'all
September.
see me side-eye him?
It's all good,
we all did.
So, before we get started, let me say this too. You can see past episodes of the podcast on the Facebook page. That is facebook.com/overstood podcast. You can also listen to our podcast on all major podcast platforms.
Boy.
So, make sure you look out for new episodes. They will be launching and uploaded on Fridays. Coming to your podcast app on Fridays. So, these two been going at it for the last 2 weeks. First, it was the whole Jeezy versus T.I. thing.
Okay, that was
we had a whole battle at the house.
And tell the people the truth.
Ain't nothing
Well, I always said that Tip.
You always said my ass.
I always said, all I said
but
was Tip's music.
Don't do my uncle.
All I said was Tip's music could hold up.
Don't do
to Jeezy's music.
The Birdman like that.
No, I mean.
That's all I said.
I feel
but
like I
Jeezy
know
got
him.
a different type of club hit.
Yeah, I thought Versus was just about the vibe.
And then when y'all was going through that, I said it needed to be Jeezy and Gucci. And y'all didn't feel like that needed to take place. And then lo and behold.
You did say that. You did
made
say
that fucking happen.
I did not. I mean, I spoke that into existence.
Okay.
See?
I wish you wouldn't have. I was looking forward to Jeezy and T.I.
Do we know why Jeezy, why T.I. pulled out?
T.I. said it's a better battle. I don't know exactly why.
That's exactly what he said. You read it. You synced it on IG. You synced it.
He what?
It's not.
He synced it?
He had to have seen it. If I seen it, I know he seen it. Because T.I. had reposted it and said, this is truly a better battle. This is what the people been waiting on. And I was waiting on it, and it has occurred.
So
it's gonna be bad, man.
It's not. You just a hater. Like, I don't
when
understand.
Your man's run out of gas after that quarter tank gone, you gonna be mad.
I mean, he not though.
What songs can Gucci come with?
A lot of songs.
This Negro, the other day we on the phone, she called herself clowning about it. So
she snorts.
I said this right. Let's tell the people that now. We doing a podcast with Peppa Pig. All grown the fuck up.
Don't do it.
Sorry,
don't
Peppa.
do it.
Anyway, me and Peppa on the phone.
Don't do it.
So we on the phone the other day, and she like, oh, that's good. I said, hold on. I said, well, I'm like, you still ain't named 5 songs. Remember when we was talking the other day on the chat, and I'm like, you still ain't named 5 songs.
But
she
I
said,
did though.
First song came out, her little raggedy face was Kitchen.
That was not the first song.
That is the first song.
That was not
said,
the first
bro.
song. I said check.
The pounds in
I
the
said
trash
check.
can, Gucci.
No, I said check.
Are you serious?
Yes,
and see, I don't know a lot of
slap.
Gucci songs.
Kitchen slap. Let's start with that.
I only know what the radio played.
See, that's
she named quite a few records.
And he
that bang. His main one was it You Don't Love Me? That one.
I know that one.
So hard.
And go
that
ahead.
One
okay,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Yeah.
Okay. it just depends. But it
Icy.
depends on what Jeezy play. If he play Go Ahead.
I get it.
Cause remember on the radio, Go Ahead was on before the club really got banging.
That's
honestly.
not true. What are you saying?
Ladies free before I let him go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you can.
And
That's the
wasted.
club
I said wasted.
Alright, you got that one.
My brother just said that, so I see a way.
Lemonade. You guys said
But
Lemonade.
if Jeezy play the Geeked Up remix,
Then he talking about who
what
played
is wasted?
Lemonade. Boy,
Look at her. See, it's sentimental.
Yeah,
That's what I said. Gucci fans, it's like a cult thing. That's not a knock though, cause this is
people was
talking
legit
about
calling for
Jeezy.
him to do the battle though. Like people was legit saying it should have been against Gucci instead of against Tip. And I mean, I agree it's a better matchup simply off of the club hits, but Tip got hits.
Tip got a different.
He got a different kind of hit though. Yeah, it's not a.
I did like one of the first few verses was it was a mistake. Babyface versus Teddy Riley. People think people will say Teddy Riley got a better catalog because of the verses. I beg to differ. Like you put those songs, you know what I'm saying? I just think they two different producers.
I agree,
Teddy
but
Riley took the vibe.
But they were doing producers then. They hadn't started doing artists.
Right.
So with them doing producers, it was
still a vibe thing.
Yeah, it was.
Teddy Riley killed him with the vibe. Babyface had all the mellow shit.
Yeah, it was.
We love all that mellow shit.
I agree, it wasn't a great matchup.
Yeah, it wasn't a good matchup.
But that was in the beginning, and it was pretty much just them getting the hype up. Like, okay, let's try
Teddy
this.
Riley.
Shit, we on to something.
Stuff kept messing
They was
up.
definitely on to something. Once they seen how many people was hopping on the battle.
I just hope this one don't because it's getting personal.
It's way personal. Did you
I'm just
see
saying, I know
what my uncle been
What
posting?
happened? What you mean it's posted?
Uncle been going in. He reposted when the Mimi talking about when your man's got shot.
Wait, you snorkel and you say Mimi?
Okay, well the meme.
Oh, you meant meme.
What I be saying Mimi? I do.
You thought she was talking about a person.
I definitely did.
Listen, I say Mimi, okay? Meme.
We need to do a meme poll. Who the hell say
I say
Mimi?
I do.
Mimi. I promise you, the only person I ever heard say it. I was like, Mimi? Who is Mimi? What I meant? What Mimi said?
I'm tired of him catching all my stuff. Let's start there, okay?
Go ahead,
Anything else I
Snorkel.
know,
What
let
you
it
say?
pass. Just let it pass. Why
Come
you
on,
gotta catch
Pepper.
it?
What you say?
Anyway, Unc was going in. Let me pull it up, actually.
Okay.
So I can say exactly what he said, because I reposted.
Yeah, because I
That's
don't
the
keep up.
petty
When you say dig up your homeboy.
Yeah, he said dig up your partner. I bet he can't say shit. And he got
I don't keep up with that kind of stuff.
He got a thing with the man diving. See?
Oh, wow.
And he literally reposted it.
So are they still beefing in real life, or did they squash that?
They gotta
I
be.
mean, obviously,
So are they going to be in the same room?
I seen
Yes.
a flyer. They supposed to host a party at the after party at the compound.
I wish I could go.
Yeah, don't want to be in that. There'll be too much tension.
So, wait. They beefing? They still beef?
I mean,
Gucci said they're gonna be in the same room. He already confirmed it.
it's-
He said that Jeezy better not wear that stupid ass hat and that shirt. I'm just saying.
That's what Jeezy said? I
That's
feel like
that's
that's
what
publicity.
Gucci said.
Yeah, it's
This
almost
sounds like
feel like
publicity.
wrestling.
Yeah, this sounds like publicity. This sounds like
Because
some,
Not wrestling.
yeah, I mean, because somebody died behind all this. So,
Yeah, you know what I'm
it's too much to play with for me, but it ain't me. So
especially them being in the same room. If they was beefing like that, they damn sure wouldn't try that.
yeah, I mean,
But
so?
they're both older and they have grown.
But that's
a
what I'm
little bit more
saying.
mature.
But with the stuff
but
that's
what,
on the
what
internet.
about my man's family? Like, why you back clowning about it? But you know,
Gucci
I know he
just
came to
petty.
get you,
That's
but
the
you know,
petty king.
it's
I can't.
yeah.
He just petty. Like
That's
that.
what
That's why I love him.
he gonna have to do that shit because when that music get to rolling, his ass ain't gonna have too many antics after about 7 records. He gonna win about 2, flat out.
You said the same thing about Tip.
Right,
No,
that's what
I gave Tip about 6.
No,
You didn't give Tip 6 until we actually played.
And the only reason I gave him 6 is because I played some of my stuff I should have held off just being funny going from the beginning to the you know what I'm saying?
So for y'all that don't know what we talking about, we had a meeting about 2 weeks ago, and
Shit, I don't know.
he swore up and down this whole Tip Jeezy thing was like, oh, Jeezy is just the Mecca.
I think he paying him.
And you know what I'm saying?
No,
You
I'm
on
just
his
saying.
staff.
So we
He's
actually
really the
ended
only
up
artist
playing Tip and Jeezy songs going back to back like a versus battle. And Tip held his own. You had to say yourself like, oh, this was my shit.
I mean, I didn't say 20-0.
That's how you made it sound.
I know.
That's how
I
he
did
made it all
not.
sound against
I did
Jeezy.
not.
Jeezy paying his
Even
man.
when I made the Facebook post, I said it. Okay, 5, 6. And you got about 5, 6. And it was just based off of, I didn't have no order of attack, basically. I was just bouncing back and forth.
Look at my face.
I wasn't playing in response to what you was playing.
But I feel like Tip still got hits. Like,
No,
they just
for sure.
different.
I
I
agree
that the matchup needs to be
because
better.
they all make.
So what was the best verses so far?
I like the Erykah Badu Jill Scott.
That was definitely live.
I
The love
was-
that was shown during
I
that.
was
that was
most
beautiful.
entertained by the drunk aunties.
By Patty and Gladys.
Yeah.
And Patty Pies.
That was entertaining. I think
Music-wise, I'd say DMX and Snoop.
yes, the DMX and Snoop one was because you forgot about songs DMX had.
Facts.
That was the
But
thing because everybody was like, "Oh,
Snoop
Snoop murdered him." Don't
dropping
get me wrong.
bombs on
But I
his
didn't
ass.
think that
It was, but when DMX,
I'm just saying it was once it unfolded.
yeah, and once DMX started
Yeah.
playing songs, you was like, "Oh, I forgot
It
about
wasn't
this
a
one."
slaughter like I anticipated.
Yeah, and which a lot of people anticipate.
I'm not anticipating a slaughter with this
Mhm.
because you named some records that I forgot about, but it really just all depends on what Jeezy played when he played what you said. I mean, he still got 20 more records after the fucking 20 he gonna put up
But
for
I
the
don't
verse.
it's because you're not a Gucci fan that you feel
I
Gucci
didn't
don't have
say
a lot
that.
of songs.
I'm not a cult follower.
Listen, I'm not a part of that cult, and I'm not
No,
on his payroll.
Gucci
Okay,
fans
so-
are kind of culty.
So who would you?
no, really.
So who would you rather have seen Jeezy go up against?
Rick Ross.
Me too. I said the same thing.
Mm,
You in this?
because
Gucci
we've
gang.
always felt this way. Like
I
it's
think
always
Ross
been a
and Jeezy
thing
would have
in
been a
high
better
school
matchup.
when we said Jeezy, the first person we said right after that was
It was really like it's like a
culture
because
thing.
they got a beef. They had a real beef, and
Yeah, I don't
you
think
know
that's
I
what
think
it
that make it more compelling than
So who do you
Yeah.
put a T.I. up against?
that's
I
a
seen Wayne.
good
I seen he
question.
was going against Wayne.
And that's I don't
I
like
sent,
Lil
it.
Wayne,
I sent you the
I
screenshot.
don't like it.
I don't
Yeah,
like that
nah.
neither. That's
Wayne
not
and
the
Drake
battle.
should go against each other. Like that's a
That's
better
better.
matchup.
Yeah.
Tip, question for the people who view it. Who would you put Tip against
In the battle.
in a battle?
I still can't get on the live, so I don't. I'm feeling left out, even though. The show,
Are you on the page?
Yeah, I went there and it did not work for me.
Oh, because you're on the wrong one.
Well, I guess that's why I don't know.
Overstood podcast.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong page.
Okay, so somebody said Tip should have versed Luda.
I mean,
Luda got hits, and his hits ain't Jeezy Club.
Who
hits.
did Luda
But
battle?
Luda battled T-Pain. Who did he battle? He
I
battled
think Luda and Nelly is more.
Nelly,
of a good
that's who he
battle.
battled.
That's who he battled.
That's who he battled.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
okay.
that was.
That's who it was. It was Luda
I think
and
that's
Nelly.
perfect.
I-
It's hard because T.I. kind of.
In the
T.I. is
vein of-
different
yeah,
from
he-
everybody.
yeah.
Like T.I. got a lot more female fans than I would think Jeezy.
What about Tip versus Outkast?
I went the group and I don't think the group thing is fair.
You don't think that's fair?
No.
Let me see. Who could he battle?
It's a tough one to put
To
Tip
put Tip
with
up
it,
against
yeah,
somebody.
'cause he
I think
really
he should have
made
did the
his
50
own
Cent
space.
though. Remember he was calling out 50 Cent? I think that's pretty good.
Tip and 50?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
because
calling
50
out
Club
50.
Bangers ain't live.
He was
Now
calling out
that's
50.
actually a good one because you got to think about like they hits.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 50 don't have a lot
More
of in
of
the
a commercial
club.
thing.
Yeah.
More of a commercial
Yeah.
thing. You know.
That's who he was originally calling out. I don't know why they didn't line that up.
That actually would have been a better battle, him and 50, as opposed to
They
him
can
and
still
Jeezy.
make it happen. Shit, we got locked down again. Shit, bring on more battles. Shit.
Right.
For real.
Ain't nobody going nowhere.
Nobody going no damn where.
Yeah,
Speaking of such, they just shut us back down in Michigan. What'd you say they had 12,000 cases?
Yes.
12,000 cases in a day.
One day.
It's been running rampant, but it's been running rampant more up north.
Yeah, I agree.
More up north. And I think the reason why is because most of the people down here had it. Hell, in March, everybody was sick, and unfortunately, a lot of people passed away.
Yeah.
So that was, I think some people have some immunity to it because of the antibodies or whatever. It's not a lot of reports of reinfection. So I think that's part of the reason why we're not seeing it down here like it was in March. It's because niggas had it.
I ain't have it, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. You don't want it.
I don't.
This is just my opinion, people. Don't go crazy.
What?
I feel like the numbers are being inflated because the vaccine's right around the block. They finna have 3-4 different versions of the vaccine within the next month or two. So they're just getting people lined up for the vaccine, really.
Okay, so let's talk about this vaccine and this inflation thing.
That part.
Yeah, sip your drink like that.
So I hear people say that. Let me ask you this: how has the pandemic and/or COVID-19 affected you individually, in particular?
Me, it hasn't. Not that, because I don't.
And I found that most people who feel like that.
No, I'm just saying for me because I keep very small. I don't be
like nobody you know has died from or anything.
Yeah, I know, but I'll be honest. Everybody that I know that died from it was 35 to 50, big and out of shape. Everybody was. I mean, I know that don't apply to everybody, but
I get what you're saying. What you're saying is they have underlying health conditions.
Exactly.
So I get what you're saying.
Big fellas with sleep apnea, bad eating habits.
I learned that because it affects people differently, their view is different. It's different. Yeah. So because I had it in the hospital, and you know what I'm saying, like, so my view, bullshit. They inflate numbers.
That's how I feel.
Them numbers is real. Now I feel like as a matter of fact, what they say is a lot of it's not even reported.
I won't say inflate. Let me change that. I'm sorry. I won't say inflating numbers, but I feel like everybody who come through feeling funny, feeling something,
they go get tested.
Yeah. Well, not so much get tested. A lot of those people end up with positive. It's people out here with not just famous people. I know people that got a positive and a negative, you know what I'm saying, back to back. You know what I'm saying? So
well, they said the rapid tests are not as reliable as the
2-week test.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. So if you got, out of every 1,000 people who get a rapid test, get that positive, how many of those people take that positive to the bank? You know what I mean?
No, I agree with that. Yeah. I agree with that.
How many people actually go get retested?
But,
all right, I'm feeling sick. They said they got COVID, so I got COVID. You know what I mean?
But can we take into account the number of people who didn't get tested when it first hit and numbers were running rampant? Thanks. Because it was here in November. So before that. So right, I can agree with that too, but it ran rampant from November to March when they finally said, okay, wait a minute, pandemic shut shit down. Mm-hmm. Nobody got tested, but it was a lot of sick people. Mm-hmm. So do we take into account those numbers? Because even with the false positives, we talking tens of thousands of maybe even millions of people who were sick prior to that who never even got accounted for.
Right.
But the numbers are higher than what they even were in April. That's the crazy thing.
And I think that's just because a lot of people who feel sick because they was telling people if you feeling sick, you feeling these symptoms, don't come to the hospital. Stay at home.
That's what they was telling
you know what I'm saying? So we don't.
That's exactly
I know
what they
how
was
many
telling
people actually really had it in the beginning who actually really got it now because I believe. I mean, this vaccine is going to be a lot of money for a lot of rich people who
Trump thought he had
push a lot of messages. I'm not saying I don't want to sound like conspiracy, but believe
too late.
No, I'm just saying that medicine on the way.
No,
while the numbers is spiking, the medicine about to swoop down like Superman on y'all ass.
But here's what I'm afraid of when it comes to the vaccine. When it comes to the vaccine, so do you remember? I'm not sure how old you are because I don't think I ever asked you. But I know you remember.
30.
You only 30? Oh, okay.
But Gucci fan.
But I know.
I'm sorry.
Clearly, it makes sense now, right?
State your age. How old are you?
Now, right?
Come on, old man. Let people know.
Don't be asking ages because
I'm 41. I ain't tripping, bro. I'm so happy to be 41. I can't wait to make it to 81 on y'all ass.
Real shit. I ain't mad at that.
Morgan Freeman. I want 81.
But look, okay, so look, here's my issue. My issue with the vaccine is this. Do you remember back when they first got the vaccine for, what was it? I want to say like measles, mumps, rubella or something like that. Mm-hmm. And it was actually fucking kids up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm scared of. A new vaccine coming in and you don't know what the long-term effect of it is. You fuck around and get this vaccine and then find out 10 years later, like a 19-year-old getting and find out 10 years later she's sterile from getting that vaccine 10 years ago.
That's what happened to some of the people that took the first vaccine. Their hair falling out.
Well, your hair fall out after you catch it too. My hair fell out real bad.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so, yeah. After I had COVID, a couple of months later, your hair fell out.
Wow.
I couldn't stop my hair from falling out.
That's crazy.
And then I read an article about it. That's when I realized that's what it was from. Mm-hmm. I wasn't the only one. It was so many people reporting that after they had it. A couple months later, their hair started, and it fell out for like 5 months.
Wow!
Like I could do like this and come out with a whole handful of hair. Like
that just man, that just sounds like
it was real bad.
These motherfuckers dirty. Whoever responsible.
It wasn't.
Yeah, because they definitely threw this out there.
They dirty. Whoever the fuck responsible. They just sound like a oops and like shit.
So so let me ask you this: do you believe that it was brought here?
Yes. You don't even have to finish your statement. Yes.
I don't know who brought it, but it was deliberately and intentionally placed here.
Mm-hmm. You believe that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Gonna kiss the mic like that.
I know.
Shit. I might sound like a conspiracy person, but I say it's the first purge.
I agree.
It's the first purge.
You think so?
Shit. Mm-hmm. How many people dead? 250,000 people dead. Sound like a purge.
But there's been pandemics that were worse than this one.
Yeah.
And what are those? Purges.
They was purges too?
Purge, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just hate that some people act like it don't exist.
Yeah.
Like, those are people that worry me. Like, I'm cool with you thinking it's a purge. You believe it exists, though. You believe there is a virus.
Yeah, I done seen dead bodies.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not okay with the people who don't realize,
don't wear
like,
masks, don't wash their hands. There's nothing wrong.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And
like,
that's what I meant by it. Like, I always had sanitizer in my truck. I always don't touch stuff. I got a hook on my keys and not touch the doors.
So I'm a real life germaphobe.
I've always been like that. So that's why I feel like I can just operate.
I'm a real life germaphobe. It drives my husband absolutely insane. Mm-hmm. Because when I go to restaurants, I don't eat off silverware. I ask for plasticware. I don't touch like the salt shakers and that type of stuff. I'm not touching that. I don't want to touch your condiments. They've been sitting on the table. I'm cool. I don't even touch the table when I'm out and about. Like, I'm that bad. Okay.
So I'm not touching the table.
When I tell you, like, so for me to get COVID, it was like,
we're going out to eat.
I purposely don't touch things with my fingertips so that if I do have to eat something, I'm not sticking germs in my mouth. Like, and I'm conscious about it. I don't touch things with my fingertips. And that's why when they start talking about it's not airborne, bullshit.
It is very much.
Bullshit is not airborne. Because I know for a fact, I don't put my fingers in my face. And I don't put my fingers in my mouth or eat anything if I touch something. Like, all I can think about is going to wash my hands. Like, oh my God.
You would not crush your ass.
If I shake somebody's hand or if I touch something that I know I didn't wipe down, I have to go wash my hands. Like, I'm that anal.
I just saw it on the playback.
But for me to get it, it was an eye opener for me. Like, at that point, it was real. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank God I wasn't one of the people who ended up on a ventilator or anything. But I do believe the last podcast that I did alone, and it was me explaining how I handled COVID, how I was in the hospital and all of that or whatever. So that was actually the last podcast that they heard.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was still sick.
Oh.
Yeah. But I didn't have.
You weren't laying in the bed. You sat up in the chair.
He is annoying.
This is the last podcast of the season.
Leave her alone. That is a traumatizing event.
Nah, she was out of the fucking woods.
I was not like that. I was home by then, I believe. But it wasn't no joke. I think the hardest part for me wasn't dealing with the virus because my symptoms weren't like other people's. I wasn't in the hospital on a ventilator or anything like that.
I thought you was.
I was in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
I just wasn't on like a ventilator or anything. I was in the hospital because one, this is what they don't tell you: COVID can make you septic. And two, my blood pressure was sky high. My blood pressure was 233 over 255 over 133. I believe
I heard
it was.
that from quite a few.
Yeah, it was high. But that's why I was in the hospital, because they couldn't get my blood pressure down, and my sepsis or whatever it was test kept coming back saying that it was like I was sick. Like, so they had to give me all these antibiotics in my IV or whatever. But because of that, that's why I was there. It wasn't because I didn't even have a cough. So I think it's funny that the main symptoms that they put out there is cough, fever,
hard breathing,
and shortness of breath and chest pain. Because I ain't had none of that. I had none of that.
Just your blood pressure.
My blood pressure was high. I had a headache I couldn't get rid of. I did have diarrhea the first day.
Diarrhea.
The first day. But outside of that, I didn't have none of that. I didn't have no coughing, none of that.
Damn.
I guess everybody is different. That's what
it is. But the fact that they only put those symptoms out there was the reason why early on people wasn't believing that they had it. People was going, oh, that doesn't be a virus because I ain't had no cough. Yeah. But everybody don't get that cough. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was definitely a different experience. You know what I'm saying?
I'm happy you're okay.
I think the hardest thing about it was being in the hospital and hearing about people who was dying while I was in the hospital fighting the very thing they died from. Yeah. That was the hardest part.
I can only imagine.
By the grace of God, I made it out alive.
Shout out to all the survivors.
Shout out to all
somebody
the
was saying
survivors.
that it just felt like they just couldn't control their body. Like it was like someone was taking over and they just couldn't do nothing about it.
The blood clots throughout your body.
Yeah. It's no joke. I tell you that it's no joke. But like we said, by the grace of God, I made it out alive. And like you said, shout out to everybody who did make it out alive. And rest in peace to everybody who didn't.
Definitely scary. I'm happy we locking back down. That's why I'm about to be in the house baking my little goods and chilling out.
I'm just going to drink my Ciroc and chill out. Yeah. You said watching Gucci and what?
I said watching Gucci lose. She said,
oh, I didn't hear that last part. No.
You turned right.
Let me backpedal.
You missed
I didn't hear that last part. I heard watching Gucci. I didn't hear that lose. No, baby. Oh, no, baby. Don't do Uncle Gucci like that.
Not oh, no, baby. Oh, no, baby. Oh, no, baby. Oh, no, baby.
Shout out to everybody tuning in. Shout out to everybody.
So.
Hi, guys.
Okay, my question.
Am I on?
I got a question. How do y'all feel about Donald Trump and his lawsuits?
Are we going to get sued for saying anything about it? If he going to come for us too.
His supporters might say something. But
so his the election is
he lost. I just wish he'd get over it. He like a man that won't let it go. How most men are. And
Pepper's a little bitter today.
How most men are, but I think he just doing that. Yeah, alright, we'll sprinkle something. But that's why they doing that. I think because he know he gonna go to jail, so he trying to keep up some type of fight. Because he knows soon as the presidency is over, he's going to jail.
Soon as.
Like the very
the choirs on that.
Yeah, he just,
that's the sopranos on
that.
So he putting up lawsuits to kind of prolong it because he got other lawsuits at the door.
I don't know if he gonna go to jail because he.
Girl, he going.
You think he going to jail?
You ain't know.
Hell yeah,
even the kids, girl.
The kids going to jail?
Girl, everybody going to jail. If your last name Trump, you going to jail. You going to jail.
Except for Melania, she out. She like, I'm back to Shalom. Her last name is now Shalom.
Okay.
she going back to her maiden name.
Ain't she Russian?
Whatever the fuck. Hey.
Slovenian or some shit.
Whatever she is.
Slovenian or something. Some shit. Yeah.
Whatever she is, she going back to her maiden name.
That's what she is. She fucked in the game.
That's through association. You know that happens to us too sometimes.
Look, now I don't think he gonna go to jail.
What are you talking about,
Women. I'm saying that happens to women sometimes. Like we be. First of all, don't do me. Don't do me. When you be with your man, sometimes stuff just.
We not fucking talking
I'm
about
just saying, y'all said that she's in trouble, and I'm like, not really. I said not really because everything, Trump did. She didn't really do nothing. So that's by association.
Overstand us on why you keep bringing men into this.
I'm just saying, sometimes
nah,
when you
this is
with your
second
man,
time. This is something you want to
stuff
say.
happened to you too. It ain't nothing I want to say. I'm just saying she didn't do nothing direct. Did Melania do all this? No, Trump did. So if she is in trouble, it's by association. That's all I said. Is you feeling guilty?
I'm just saying.
No, you're feeling guilty. What you done did?
I ain't
what you
shit.
done did? What you just say? What you did? Just say it.
We're gonna play this shit back.
I'm just making it known she didn't do nothing.
We're gonna play this shit back.
The only thing she did was steal Michelle's whole speech. That's all she did.
So the crazy part is that anytime you see her and she with him, she has this look of disgust on her face.
And she won't touch
like
somebody said, "Get it off your chest, Queen." See, it ain't just fucking me.
I said what I had to say.
The viewers realize that you're sitting on some fucking peppers and you need to get up off of them.
I'm just saying, sometimes when you in a relationship,
don't bang with
certain
her
things.
Furniture.
Y'all see what I'm gonna have to deal with all season?
Like I said, sometimes when you with your man and you be riding with your man, sometimes you get caught riding dirty too. Okay, so I'm saying.
So you become a victim by association.
And that's all I said.
My thing is, oh my God, like, so when you see them together, be like,
yeah,
like Melania, blink twice if you need help.
Like, seem like a fucking slave or something. Right, she don't want to hold that. Don't want to hold her man hand.
She's sick of
it.
Nigga.
For real.
Listen, in public, your girl gonna grab your hand, nigga. If you in public, she don't want to hold your hand.
And it be like, she got this blank look on her face, like,
cause she over it.
She what?
Did you see that meme?
She what?
Wait, did you see that meme?
She what? She over it. Do that again.
No. Look at it on the playback.
No. Please. She won't do it. I meant. Nah, this shit being recorded, bro. That shit gonna be a drop. Over it.
Screenshot and send it to me. He don't know.
What she say? Get it off your chest, Queen.
I did. I said what I had to say.
So did you see the what you call it, the meme? Did you see the meme? They had a U-Haul truck or a Ryder truck or whatever it was in front of the White House, like. As Trump is speaking right now, Melania is packing her shit and moving out. Like,
she ain't never moved in the White House.
Right, that's what they said.
Yeah, they said she was standing. Yeah,
was she in New
York
or something?
They was paying an extra $250,000
just flying her in
4 months or something.
Shut up.
Yeah, we've been paying hella bread. Taxpayers been paying hella bread to secure her in New York.
Because she don't want to live with that.
You know, would you?
Hell no. But she married him. She knew what she was getting into.
Yeah, she
probably thought she was
getting into a corn. Run for president. Like, what did you mean? Are you serious? She like, these motherfuckers will never vote him in. He won? Yeah,
Right.
she been waiting to jump off this boat for a minute.
She like, you
Yeah,
shit
they
me.
like,
He
they
the
like,
president?
madam,
Stay in your mic.
yeah, they like, ma'am, if you resign, we gonna kill you. How about
I don't know why he got to do
Ain't
it after
nobody
him,
ever divorced the president while he was the president.
but he got to do it. It ain't never been a first lady who was a fucking porn star either. Help me understand.
That
seen
part.
the first lady Turtles.
You seen
the
them.
first lady Turtles we ever
You
seen.
seen them.
You seen them too.
I ain't look.
You
I ain't
goddamn
look. We not
The
about to talk about
The
that.
crazy part is they clown Michelle Obama for them boots she wore.
They clown Michelle for everything. TT was straight. Wasn't nothing wrong with TT. That's TT Shell. Wasn't nothing wrong with her.
So Gucci Man is your uncle,
Yeah.
and Michelle Obama is your auntie.
That's my TT.
Who the
That's your
fuck are
TT?
your parents?
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
See, y'all laughing. But when I pull up and I'm, hey, TT, don't even do it, okay? Don't even do it. Don't even do it. Because that's how you get to know people. You act like you already know them. They be like, who is this?
Speaking into existence.
You speak right.
Like I did Gucci and Jeezy. Yep.
Who the fuck is this lady?
But they gonna be smiling and hugging me.
They gonna be like, security?
I'm gonna be like, wait, Barack, you look just like my dad.
Get tased if you want
Get
to.
tased.
We gonna do a fucking all points fucking bulletin emergency show. In the middle of the fucking night, breaking news. Get tased.
You swear. You swear. They not like
Dog, we gonna start you a fucking snorkel page. Peppa Pig.
Don't come for me. That man, that's how I get my men.
We gonna get all the viewers.
That snort
Yes.
We gonna get all the
They
viewers.
think
They
that's
gonna
so
find out
sexy.
Peppa
And he
Pig
didn't think
got a
my laugh is
podcast.
sexy. I'm
Wait a
not
minute, me
listening
think
to
your
him.
snort is sexy?
They think it's sexy as hell. I said what I said.
What man?
All men.
All of them?
Fellas, tap in. Let's find out right now from the men who listening.
I'm not about to play with you. They like, I don't give a fuck about that.
Please,
Laugh.
tap
Man,
in.
you over. Go ahead.
Y'all think the sound of her drowning is sexy? Do you think the sound of her in a barbecue rib race?
What?
Sound like she in a barbecue rib race. Fucking them ribs up.
I'm gonna talk about my laugh like that. That's alright. I still
So
snatch your daddy.
we did a photo shoot.
I still snatch your daddy off of it. I ain't
She
worried
said this dude.
Damn, you gonna snatch his daddy? Shit.
What you say?
She said she'll still get your daddy.
That's probably not a hard thing.
You know what?
Shout out, Pops. My pop. Listen.
Why you doing it like that?
We're keeping the buck on the overstood.
You said that's not a hard
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now can
Sorry,
we move
Pops.
on from Diesel Easy
Sorry,
Daddy?
I cannot tell y'all how. Okay, so
The photo shoot.
before I get into the photo shoot, let me tell you how we came to this conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a short film with her, with director Tragan Kier. Shout out to Tragan. And she was super cool, full of personality, confident. So when she hit me when I put it out there that I needed co-host, I was like, bet. Perfect fit. This one over here. I have been knowing this clown for what, like 20 years now? I love him to death.
I'm not getting too messy.
But he is hilarious.
That's what the lady said on there. Dude is hilarious. This dude is funny. Y'all are killing me. LOL. Get it off your chest, queen.
You and this get it off
She
your chest.
getting it off her chest and out her nose, clearly.
You gonna stop calling her Peppa Pig, though.
She gonna quit snorkeling on camera.
I'm not snorkeling. That's going.
That's just your nickname, bro.
I cannot with y'all
That's
right
going
now.
underwater.
Okay, so back
I
to.
love you too. That's what we were saying. Bones it out.
So we did a
Come
photo
on, buddy.
shoot. Sorry, baby. We did a photo shoot a couple of weeks ago for the promo for the podcast, and these two You would think they have known each other for years. They have not. They bicker like brother and sister.
It be him.
It do
I
be
be minding my business. And I
It
look
do
up.
be you.
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
What is it?
When I came in, you feel that stability and security. You walk in. I walked in, and her big toe shook my hand. Like a real man. Eye to eye. Firm grip, and said, nice to meet you. Big, strong, aggressive, manly toe.
Shut up.
So
You out there manly
Don't
toe.
tell them the story about the toe. Just leave it alone. Let's just move on.
So while we was at the photo shoot, she tripped like 4 or 5 times. I'm talking about from getting out the car to being at the. She ripped the background on the photo shoot because she tripped. So he would not let it go. Talk about her big toe.
That toe would not let it go. It wasn't me. It was not me. It was the damn toe. Yeah.
Leave my toe alone.
You want to show the viewers that big strong motherfucker?
You gonna laugh.
You want to show the viewers
Ain't nothing wrong with
your
my feet.
powerhouse gym tag on your keys
Ain't
for
nothing
your
wrong with my
toe?
feet. They are very nice and suckable. Let me just throw that out there. His daddy tried. I didn't let him. Throw that out there.
We're not gonna make it through none of these podcasts if these two do not.
Somebody put on their big toe. Come on, show the viewers.
I'm not pulling out my feet are beautiful.
Put that
Don't
big
listen.
Herculean motherfucker on the table.
Herculean.
Leave me in my toe alone. My feet are nice. Okay, I tripped 2 times.
No.
Oh, he got me
No.
crying. Okay.
No.
I need.
Yes.
We gonna hush you. We
And you
need a
know
hush
something that's
button for
messed
you.
up? I tripped the second time messing with you.
This the hush
Trying to make
button.
sure you was in.
It's about to be the hush button.
Oh shit. Sorry.
It's about to be the hush button.
See, I'm not messing with
I
you.
can't. We not gonna make it through no podcast if we don't
Christopher-
find a way to hush
Christopher
these.
say suckable feet 4. He said he want to suck them dogs.
She
I
said.
don't know. You
She
might want
said
to see
she was a
that.
hot commodity.
You
She
might
said
want-
that laugh get them going.
You might want to see that motherfucker.
I'm
first,
just
though.
saying.
Don't speak up, nigga. You got to deal with that toe, bro. You got to explain that toe to your family and everything, bro.
It's always one in the room.
It is always one toe in the room. And you got the toe, baby.
I'm not doing this one today.
Okay,
See,
enough about
we're
her
not
toe,
going about
bro.
the toe. Now, nigga, you know what?
He said, fuck out of here. See? Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Run.
Okay. All right. So back to being serious.
Messing with him.
I can't even get serious.
Yeah, you can. Constantine.
Got all the toe jokes.
Okay. Back to.
Here, dog, you got me goddamn snuck on that. She said she gonna cry in the car, for sure.
No.
Her toe gonna be like, fuck them, you don't need this podcast, girl.
No, I have
And do 100 on 96 because you can't control that motherfucker.
Shut up.
Okay. I'm back.
All right,
I'm back.
sorry.
I'm back.
We
All right.
Donald Trump.
We off Donald Trump.
Oh.
Excuse me. That's not COVID. All right. So the civil unrest.
What do you mean?
There has been so much of it. I don't even know where to start. This is the crazy part. So leading from Trump into this, they thought they were boarding up the businesses and stuff on election day for us. Come to find out, they was doing it for them. Because the Trump supporters turned it down. The Trump supporters was the ones who showed their ass. It wasn't us.
Mm.
So how do you feel about that?
I mean,
because they keep blaming the looting on us, but it wasn't us. Granted, we had the followers who jumped in, and you do see pictures of black people looting and doing shit that they shouldn't have, but they didn't start it.
They didn't.
They didn't start it. You see all these pictures of all these other persuasions coming into areas where they didn't even fucking live and starting shit. And then now we can't come from up under being blamed for it. And I think that's crazy.
I agree.
I feel like that whole thing is just it's a part of propaganda. They want to show people that, like, we've been taught that that's the way to send the message. Yeah. So that's just what a lot of people end up doing. Just, I saw some shit blew my mind the other day. They tore up the Marathon store.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
They looted and fucking vandalized. That can't be, you know what I mean?
That's not us.
Yeah, exactly. So we need to move on.
I didn't know that.
We need to move on from the way we protesting and just protest the way we need, the way we know we need.
But it's not us though.
I know, but so we can separate ourselves from that.
Find a different way to do it.
No, we need to find a different way. Because they're going to turn that and spin that the way they've been spinning it the whole time. Mm-hmm. You've been watching, you know what I'm saying, black people loot and march and protest, you know what I'm saying, since you was a kid. They feed you that every February. Eyes on the prize. This how y'all get shit done. It's not how we get shit done. We gotta freeze up that money. We gotta stop spending money with them. It's so hard for our people to do it.
I completely agree with that sentiment.
It's
the amount of money that we're responsible for spending at Christmas time alone.
That's the only reason they won't slaughter us all.
I agree.
They need our money.
If we were to withhold, if everybody said, fuck this, don't nobody spend a dime at Christmas, tell your kids it's for a better cause, let them know what it's for. The better gift is giving them the knowledge to control and have the power, as opposed to giving them a fucking PS5. If everybody said, okay, look, that's what we gonna do, it is.
We wouldn't make them rich.
It's power behind that. But the problem is there's so many ignorant black folk.
Yeah,
we can talk about the white people who doing it, but it's so many ignorant black folk.
Listen, this 400 years wasn't just slavery, wasn't just bondage, wasn't just slaughter. It's been programming.
Yeah,
they done put so many dividers within our people, from the fat to the skinny, to the light to the dark, to the pretty to the ugly, to the rich to the poor, to you where it is, to you bummy. We so separated and segregated in so many different spaces. Common ground seemed far away, but I don't want to give up hope, because fuck that. But really,
it's one thing that I say all the time is that if you look at most of the negative traits that black people have, you can call it back to slavery. So you know how people be like, oh, black people, they look like they got money even when they broke. But back in slavery days, if you look like you had money, they ain't ask for your papers. Because most slaves couldn't afford to look like money.
Right.
So if you look like money, if you could pass for a free Negro. Like, the mentality behind it is from back then. It's not just, like, we've been institutionalized and programmed, like you said, for the longest. Every negative, the black father not being in the home. I know more black fathers that's in the home than I do that's out the home. So I don't feel like that's a correct depiction of black fathers. However, or not even in the home, in their children's lives. Because they don't have to be in the home, but in their children's lives. And that, they sold them off.
Yeah, I mean...
We'll go back to slavery. They sold us the fuck off. So they took the man out the home and then kept the woman and the babies.
Yeah, and it's been a cycle of getting men out the home.
Forever. Every
generation, there's been a bomb dropped to get men out of the house.
The new way they're doing it is food stamps.
No, the new way they're doing it is music.
No, it's food stamps.
It's
You
music.
got food
No,
stamps.
no.
There's more white people who utilize food stamps than black people.
I'm not denying that, but I'm just saying that was their new way of doing it once everything kind of
I mean, we can go back to civil rights. When the civil rights was passed, they put heroin in the neighborhood. You know, and the soldiers that went out to Vietnam, they made them dependent on opium.
Yeah.
So when they came home, they was automatic heroin addict. That daddy gone right there. Daddy already ain't right from the war. Now he want to do heroin. He a rap.
Yeah.
Boom. The next generation, cocaine.
Crack. Yeah.
I mean, crack. I mean, not so much cocaine, but crack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
they all
crack
got
still.
a play.
Crack still in the black community.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of these people is crack babies. We walking around amongst it. We crazy. We program. It's gonna take a lot, but it's gonna. Michael Jackson said it. The man in the mirror. Basically,
he did.
Everybody, we can't control each other. You control your motherfucking self.
I agree, but I think the biggest issue that we all have is the fact that we can't come together as a people.
We don't know how to agree to disagree.
We don't, and that's the issue. When you disagree with somebody, it's automatically beef, and it ain't got to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I hear people talk about, well, why people not just as enraged about us killing us as they are about cops or white people killing us, but cops are held to a different standard than you are. If you're an everyday criminal, that's what the fuck you do. You're a criminal. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't expect nothing more from you.
Right.
But a police officer who is supposed to uphold the law is held to a different standard. So we outraged because this is the same motherfucker I'm supposed to be able to go to when I got a problem. Now this criminal, I'm supposed to avoid you by all means. You're not a part of my life whatsoever. This cop though, I'm supposed to be able to come to him when I got an issue. I can't do that if he out here shooting and killing black people. Now I'm scared of him. You're creating and generating fear among us. You know what I'm saying? And then you hear people be like, well, why they not outraged and blah, blah, blah. That's why.
Well, I mean, and that just go back to the programming. Like, literally, and within these neighborhoods, when you go to school and they teach you history, not even so much history. If you look at America now, when America have a conflict or a disagreement, what we do? We mob, we bomb, we kill. So how you expect it, you know what I'm saying? And every story in history has been set, even the conquering and the you know what I'm saying, the slaughter of Americans who was here before they got here. What they teach us about that? They came here conquered. How did they conquer? They infiltrated and murdered people. So how you expect, you know what I'm saying, the kids you teaching these stories to not conquer within their territory?
I tell people all the time,
America is just that.
The more you learn about real black history, the more upset and angry you become. Because as you learn that what you were taught was hogwash, it becomes anger, it becomes frustration, it becomes, you know what I mean? And I feel like if anybody was valid in being racist in this country, it would be black people. If anybody had the right to be racist and say, now don't get me wrong,
all brown people. I'm
not a racist at all. At all. But what I'm saying is, if there was ever a race of people who could be mad at a race of people, it should be brown people.
Here's the thing. That's two things right there.
Because we didn't enslave them, they enslaved us.
No, absolutely. But here's the thing. Our Creator did not give us that hateful.
I agree.
We don't have, we only have hate for each other because of
the proximity.
Not only that, it's just everything instituted. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we divided every angle: fat, skinny, tall, short,
light skin,
hair,
dark skin,
no hair, weave,
good hair,
weave, bald head. You know, pretty ugly. We all broke up. So it's really like they got us fucked up. Like,
they do.
They got us fucked up, so you
I
really
agree,
have
but it's
to,
up
really
to
have
us
to
to instill something different to our kids.
Our Creator didn't make us hateful, So that's why we don't hate them. And we don't have it in us to hate nothing. You know, that envy and jealousy might take over, but it's not a real hate. You know, we all relative. We all suffer from the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Some of us grew up without eating. Some of us, you know what I'm saying? Some of us grew up, you know, without newer clothes. We had to wear hand-me-downs. Some of us, you know what I'm saying? We all grew up a different way, but at the end of the day,
what you rolling, the blunt?
we all breathe, right? We all breathing this air. It's crazy, man, how we so messed up. I can get into...
I could too.
I don't want to get too deep on this.
I could
want to
too.
be careful what I say. So
agreed. Same here. Same here. But it's a vicious cycle, and we have to learn to break it. Like, until we break it, change ain't gonna come. Like, you know, like Sam Cooke said, because he know a change is gonna come. A change ain't gonna come until we all break the cycle. Like I agree that the whole us killing us thing is a problem. But it's a separate problem from them killing us. Mm-hmm. And I hate when people combine the two. Oh, get just as outraged. Like, nah, I'm not just as outraged because it's a different issue.
No, I'm not.
Why can't we work on two issues at the same time?
Right. Because we all operating in the gray area, but everybody wanted black and white.
I agree with what Anthony said. He said the only way to take control / change the narrative of black people is to gain a position of power in mainstream media.
Programming.
I definitely agree.
Make these kids believe that they are greater and not just pieces of meat. Mm-hmm. You know?
Like, we need more positive TV shows and different things like that. Ownership.
The crazy part is that there are some out there, and there were some, but people don't watch those.
So they weren't how
don't get no
ratings. When we were growing up, we had a lot. We had a lot more.
When they try it, it don't work.
It was all programming, though. It was still all programming.
Because Blackish is...
That's my show. I love
Blackish.
that show.
You ever watch Blackish?
It's
Blackish
educational.
And they be spitting some truth on Blackish.
I love Blackish.
Blackish is definitely at the top of my list because not only is it funny, but they drop gems. Gem after gem after gem. It's shows out there that's like that, but they don't get as much publicity. They don't
it's really, at the end of the day, it's about the network and who control those networks. And
that's why I said ownership.
Disney is probably the most diverse, you know what I'm saying? That's where, you know, Blackish come from, Disney. They're probably the most diverse company of all the media, you know, the mega media conglomerates. You know, that's where we can get in there and, you know, they let black people speak their mind on ESPN. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Else. So, you know what I mean?
For
so
sure.
That's all under the Disney umbrella. So we just, it's a tall task, man. Yeah, it's a tall task.
And it's a tangled web we weave.
Mm-hmm. Just have to start with yourself, man, and really have to understand that we not gonna agree on everything because we all come from different backgrounds. But at the end of the day, we all the same when it comes to them.
To the struggle, for sure. When it comes to the struggle, we all the same.
It don't matter if you got $100 million or $100 or no money, like
for sure. And you know what showed that was? Did you see the video of Cardi B and Offset when they got pulled over?
Mm-hmm. I've seen bits and pieces of it.
They got pulled. Mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. You still black. You still black. They pulled them over, pulled him out the car. She screaming and yelling, "That's my husband. He don't have no gun. Why y'all got y'all gun?" Pulled their guns on them.
They talking. I mean, right? They said they chastised Jamel Hill. This is not even.
Jamel Hill is another one, and shout out to her too because her podcast is bomb.
Now, what was that she said? It wasn't.
She criticized the Trump administration.
Okay.
And
she wouldn't apologize.
That's she wouldn't apologize for it. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
I wouldn't be sorry either.
Exactly. If I meant what I said, I said what I mean, and I mean what I said.
At that time when that happened, they were still, you know what I'm saying, picking people out of the bunch. When we all stand together, they can't pick people out of the bunch. You see how they did Colin Kaepernick until most of the homies said, nah, we going down on the knee because you can't fire us all.
Right.
You can't blackball us all because you still need some of us. And the NBA players and more people is in it now. Just, that's all it takes, man. It's just more of us. You know, strength in numbers.
So, my brother's on the live feed, and he said Shonda Rhimes just moved from Disney to Netflix because she said they treated her like crap for years.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt that. I can't doubt that because, you know, within that whole big umbrella, it's, you know, it's different sectors.
Blackish had an episode that they didn't air because I believe it was about Trump.
I mean, but they let a lot of stuff go on there that you cannot get away with on other networks.
I agree, but it changed the dynamic of the show after that because the people who write for the show and the people they were feeling away behind the fact that they wouldn't
let's not act like
yeah.
a whole bunch of people ain't been scared of Trump these past 4 years.
Agreed.
There's been a whole lot of people tiptoeing and pacifying him, afraid of being attacked, so it wouldn't mess up their money. You know what I'm saying? That was really all that. You know, because at the end of the day, that's all they care about.
Money.
That's all they care about is the money. It ain't. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about what's right or what's wrong. It's hey, if you pull his base from our viewers, it's gonna kill us.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know, that's where we got to start learning to separate stuff. You can't have your feelings in business. Period.
Yeah.
Period. It don't work like that. So when people get to, why they ain't do this? And why that? Because you don't fucking understand. Because you don't make all that money.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? You don't. You know what I'm saying? We talking about billions of dollars.
You talk about
at stake.
Agree, and we talking about think about just
and
like
motherfuckers that make $30,000 a year fussing about it.
Think about just like the pharmaceutical. Like these motherfuckers make billions.
Dog.
Billions, killing people.
Exactly.
Because a lot of this medicine is not good for you. It's
not healthy at all.
It's got tons of side effects. Like
I don't even take medicine.
They make billions killing people.
I'm organic.
So I wholeheartedly agree with that sentiment. I just hate that we get put in a box, and then every time we step out of the box and try to do something great, we get ridiculed. Like Tyler Perry opened up that studio.
Yeah.
But everybody be dogging his shows and his movies. You know what I'm saying? Because now I will say, and I do agree, that he needs to allow somebody else to help write the movie so he can stop doing it himself and they won't all be the same. However, we can't criticize him. He doing something ain't nobody else doing. Yeah. He employing black people in the industry, in an industry where they have a hard time finding work.
Exactly. We talking about a 200-foot tall tree, bro. You gonna find flaws in the tree.
For sure.
That big, but we can't. You know what I'm saying? The magnitude of what this tree means. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like we can't. We got to stop speaking out against each other. Period.
Yeah. That's the thing right there.
Because when they see that, they be like, oh, look, they all divided in 1,000 pieces.
Now, while I agree with that, there is an exception to the rule. Because I need black people to start doing better business. I ain't saying everybody.
Yeah, when you fuck up, you fuck up.
For sure. Yeah, I'm not just going to support somebody because they're black. But when we talk about like a Tyler Perry, first of all, he got more money than I can count. So I'm not even gonna be the one to chastise because he doing something I can't do.
Right.
But when we talk about the person who I asked to come give me a quote to lay this grass,
he need to get his shit together.
He need to get his shit together. Facts. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. We can't excuse that. You fucking up. Fucking up.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Like do better business.
That is a I hate that that's such a dark cloud and a stigma over black business, but shit, that's something that, each black business got to get together. Like, take your business serious.
Yeah.
Like,
take pride in
it. Yeah. But you got to hold your people accountable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hold your people accountable. You walk around talking about this business that you got, but you don't have a business sense. Like, nothing you're doing says that this is a business. No, it's a hobby, bruh.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I'm having this
like,
issue.
Where's the
I'm having this
professionalism?
issue with barbers right now. So, yeah.
Okay, don't throw us.
I'm tired of niggas who
as
cut
a cosmetologist, hold on, buddy.
I ain't saying nothing about it. I don't go to a cosmetologist.
If he's a barber, he's in cosmetology. That's the field of beauty, baby.
Oh.
What if he don't got no damn license? He a nigga to cut hair.
I tried. I don't know who
Yeah,
you are,
shut
bro,
your
but
face,
I tried.
Peppa.
I was just letting it be known that all of us are not like that.
You calling her Peppa is gonna kill me.
For the black
I'm so
businesses,
tired.
that's what I'm saying. You
Because
don't.
I know I got pride in mine. I do my thing.
Yeah, you don't want to bunch everybody together because you can't.
You
know,
can't.
There are black
There are black
businesses
businesses who dwell and do well and are
business.
professional. I
Yes.
agree.
And salute to
I
those.
agree. But the few who are not make it hard for the many that are because they
Close
give
your
them a bad
doors.
rap.
Close your doors and revamp. Get your shit together.
Take that goddamn
We
ad
need
off.
better. No, we need better black business moving
Agreed.
forward. That we need to mandate that as black people.
They said you could see that episode on Hulu.
See what episode?
When she was talking about the Blackish. So
Oh, is it on Hulu now?
I'll check that out. Thanks for that information.
I need to see it because they made a hoopla about that one.
I
About
wanna
what?
see.
About that episode of Blackish that they
About
wouldn't air.
Trump.
Yeah. And Blackish is my show.
You got to think those people that control all that, they got interests that we can't even think about. Like our brain, like they doing some stuff behind the scenes that control something all the way around there. It's like we can't. You gotta pick your battles. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep picking at the little stuff that people do, and when they do it, like we all black. We need to.
I agree.
We need to have some sort of common respect because we being slaughtered publicly. Like we already knew we was being slaughtered the whole time, but now they documented it and we watching it every week. Not only is they killing us, we killing us. So we need to just have a real common respect for each other and the struggle that we all come from. Because we all done buried somebody that done got caught up, you know what I'm saying, in some legal stuff with the police. And we done all buried some people that then got took out by some black people. We all done shared that pain. So that should be the common ground that we can stand on right there. Bam, there I found it. We all done buried people who done got killed too soon by some dumb shit.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? That right there should be where we can stand on to try to move forward because, shit, other than that, we're going to keep finding shit to split up on. As soon as something split up on, motherfucker, yep, I'm going this way.
I agree. Until we all come together, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem. It's a problem that needs to be resolved.
But
I think it starts with
the wrong people. Y'all done got Nip. Like, I'm still hurt about Nipsey Hussle.
Everybody the wrong people when they get killed like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People that can make a change, you know?
Yeah.
I cried like I knew him.
Yeah, that
You
hurt
did.
my heart.
You did.
Like I knew him. Like
You did.
That hurt my heart to the
No,
core.
you did. You did. You hearing he pouring out his heart. He being him.
Yeah, for
He
sure.
was him on that record. So
For sure.
So you could relate. So that make him a relative.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We at the top of the hour.
You about to do the motherfucking traffic on the twos? We on the motherfucking. Don't get on 696. It's a bitch right now. Look, weak ass nigga in the charge and then went 120 miles an hour and killed 2 people. Who got between DeQuinter and Mount Road? He got on 275. Another weak ass nigga in the Challenger going too goddamn fast. Y'all niggas better slow them goddamn cars down.
I'm so tired.
He said, another weak ass nigga in the Challenger.
I'm so sick of them niggas, but
Dog,
they will bust off and do a donut for nothing
That is
in the
so
middle. I'll be
irritating.
like,
No, everybody want to race. Like when you drive through Dearborn, all of them want to race.
Ooh, that's the wrong city to be racing
I
through.
never
They
heard no shit
always
like
Me
that.
race.
either.
No, I swear.
What part of Dearborn?
Anywhere. You could
Damn.
be going to Home Depot. If you at a light in a muscle car, they looking over at you.
Do it be
Like-
Mike and Sam?
I don't know who it is.
Because
it might
my-
even be Muhammad.
You
I'm
know-
minding my business.
Because
I don't
my
know
window's
who's
tinted, I always get. They always try to race me too. I
Yeah.
used to race on the freeway all the time.
I
I don't
don't
do it no
race.
more.
So they pull up on you like,
I used to race Abraham. I don't race Leo.
I don't do any of that. I just like
I used to
the
dust
car.
niggas in Leo.
oh, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, not Leo and Abraham. I don't race Leo though. Leo, we cruise.
People
But,
still pull up like that?
but Abraham, yeah, pull up on the side of you. Or they speed up and slow down, and then speed up and slow down. Like, all right,
At
I know
least
what's happening.
twice a week, somebody's Charger Challenger come up the side of me. I'll be,
It's annoying.
why?
So, did you see the crime in the depots where
Oh, man.
the
The dude
See,
certified on the door.
No,
it's a sign. Thank you.
The guy got his dealership. That's what I'm looking for. So the dealership they stole the cars off the lot in the dealership.
Oh yeah.
It was like some Chargers and some Challengers or whatever. So they called them luxury cars, right? Luxury cars.
Yeah.
They're not
Stolen.
luxury.
Right
Those
there
are
on
muscle
the-
cars.
So I said in the comments, I was like,
yeah, I peeped that.
I was like, luxury to who? Because these is only
Those
luxury.
are muscle cars.
These is only luxury to hood mics, right?
Luxury
They
cars are
look
foreign
crazy,
cars.
like,
Yes, they
I
did.
peeped.
It was so many dudes in there like, you just, one dude said, you just hold my life. Like,
Yeah,
I thought,
yeah.
luxury cars.
I thought my car was, I was like, yeah. Then another dude was like, so what you drive? It's always the bitches who walking who got something to say.
Did you beatbox on them?
Girl, I'm like, sir.
He said, you capping.
Right. Cap, you capping.
You capping.
You capping. I thought I was doing something. What he said, I was doing something with my little cat. I was like,
Nope.
yeah.
Copper squad. That is
Yeah,
not
it's not a luxury car.
That is a
Copper
muscle
squad.
car. Luxury cars are foreign cars. Now, if you want to talk about some cars, you're talking about some cars.
It ain't just foreign, because a Cadillac is a luxury car.
Well, okay, a higher end car. When I
Yeah.
think luxury,
You
I
think higher
foreign.
end.
I think,
But you
flat
think
out foreign.
higher end, period. Like, but an American luxury car is Cadillac, Lincoln.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not
muscle
not
car.
anything made by Dodge or Chrysler.
Not a muscle car. That is
It's
a
not a
muscle
luxury
car.
car.
Kevin, I'm a slide.
I'm so tired of him.
Nothing made by Dodge is a luxury vehicle.
I agree.
And old boy was so mad.
Christopher said, what a great show, Jay. Loving the new co-host. Is
Thank
that
you,
one
thank you,
host
thank
or
you.
two hosts? He ain't fucking with you. He just showing your toe.
You is it irritating? Like,
Is it one or is it two? He only fucking with you. He fucking with her.
No, I'm just talking. I know what he meant.
I like the new co-host too. I am so happy that we are back. I am so ecstatic that we get to now present to you our topics and give you some opinions. It's been since March that we have been able to do so. Well, since I have been able to do so. And it's no love lost. Shout out to Nikki. Shout out to Darius.
Nikki touring the world on our motherfucking ass. What's up, Nikki? Where are you, Waldo?
Yeah,
Where are you,
because
Waldo?
the word on the street was people keep saying, "Oh, she fired the whole crew." That's not true. That's not true. They just got other things that they got going on, and we got new co-hosts. That's just how it works.
It's nothing but love.
I got nothing but love.
That's
baby.
love. Damn
I got
it.
nothing but love. But that's our podcast. We appreciate everybody.
Wait, we
tuning
done?
in.
We
Yes.
out of here.
I thought
Me
this
and
shit
my
was
toe
2
about to
hours.
2 hours.
What time is it?
2 hours is a long time, bro.
Oh, man, I thought
He
we
got
was
a lot
gonna
of
do
wind
some
in
more
him.
show. Rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
Yeah.
You got a lot of wind in
Bro.
I thought we was going to do the year rundown.
What's the year rundown?
Cardi B got married and divorced and remarried and divorced again. Megan Thee Stallion got that long ass toe shot off.
You know what? We're not talking about Meg. That was domestic
Can we
violence.
talk about them size 17s though?
You know what?
They always talk about her knees. It's not the knees, it's them damn feet playing it. And make them motherfucking knees slow.
Meg knees. Meg knees.
Somebody come get him! Oh my god! They do be talking about her knees though.
Wait, what else
Why they
happened?
be talking about her knees like
Because she
What
that?
else
got good
happened?
knees.
I know, come on, what
Doing
else
all that
happened? And
squatting.
we missing so much shit.
That whole Tory Lanez making the Stallion thing
That
was
was
crazy.
I need to know that I don't
He
really
was-
But
need
why
to
is
know.
he not canceled? Why are we still hearing his music on the radio?
I think he was lying. I think he did that.
He-
He trying to cover it up and do all that. He tried to pay her off, pay her friend off.
You know what?
But his bodyguard
Well,
even said
you know
he did.
what, man? When the story don't come right out, I don't know what to believe. So when the story doesn't come right out, I don't know what to
In his
believe.
narrative voice.
But she said why she didn't say.
Because she didn't want them
She
to go
said,
to jail.
she was like, no, not just that, but she was like, police out here killing black people. She
Yeah.
was like, so I'm getting ready to tell them that they got a gun in the car so they can shoot us all,
Right.
which made sense to me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then everybody
She
was like,
protected
oh,
him.
bullshit.
She
She protected him
Yeah.
even when she didn't have to.
Those
I was
those
like,
the
he did
people
it.
the people that have a problem with that are the people who raised by their the men who raised by their grandmothers and mothers. I hate to say it, but our culture, because black men are so under attack from so many angles, a lot of times we get passes, and we shouldn't. Like, when you fuck up, you fuck up. When you wrong, and it don't work like that a lot of times in the black community. So when you know what I'm saying, when Ray go kill 8 motherfuckers in the neighborhood, grandma ain't gonna turn him in, and she probably shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Because it's his grandma. But, you know what I mean? But he fucking up at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's consequences behind that. Like, make him be a man and stand up and own up to the shit that he doing. Accountability, for
but
sure.
But at the end of the day, that sister shouldn't even be put in that position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Where
ain't no man standing up to say something about something and taking care of her and making sure she's straight. That shouldn't be. Never. So, you know what I'm saying? So in that aspect,
he
I
was dead ass wrong.
I ain't gonna disrespect her.
That's because he was little.
He wrong, yeah. But at the end of the day,
Napoleon
we don't protect the sisters like we supposed to. I mean, I ain't gonna say when I say we, I ain't talking about me. You know, me and mine always have. So, I just feel like these mothers, these men not tending to their sons. You know what I'm saying? They don't no touch with their sons. And,
I just posted a
all
status.
All of these female point of views, really.
I just posted a status on Facebook about
female traits, because they have been, like, it's not a knock, it's not disrespectful, but when you raised by women.
That's all you know.
Yeah. The motherfuckers you rolling with in the street ain't teaching you nothing, So you picking up that those habits, all of that. So, when it comes to that kind of shit, a nigga fix his mouth and say, oh, no, she. Nah, bro, she shot. Shut the fuck up. Like, bro, she shot. Like, hold up. Let's deal with that part first. Right. It ain't about what she did, what she said, what really happened, who did what, who said what.
Yeah, because the responses was crazy.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
The responses was crazy.
No
they went after Megan for him shooting her, and I was like, how is that a thing?
But
which was what made her come out and say what happened.
In their defense, and only in their defense, we don't know the real story because they took too long to come out with it. So that that give people room to do that. But at the end of the day, we got somebody who, a sister who got shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's have some compassion for that and deal with that and fuck all that other shit. You know what I mean?
I think the reason why she came out and even said anything was because he was lying. And he wouldn't stop. He wouldn't let up. And then his publicist was trying to put out a statement saying that she was lying. Exactly. She was like, all right, you know what? I'm done sparing this nigga. She was like, this is it. I'm going to tell y'all what happened. And then broke that shit down and everybody was like... And then they went right back to blaming her.
Right.
And I'm like, how they blaming her for this nigga? First of all, she was shot in the back of the foot, which means she was walking away.
Mm-hmm.
End of story for me.
Oh, here goes the thing.
Because she was no threat to you. She wasn't, even if, because people were saying she was hitting him in the car, she cleared that up. She's like, I never touched him. Even if she did hit him in the car, when she got shot, she was walking away. That's some hoe ass nigga shit.
She got the best of him. That's what it was.
You a fuck boy for that.
She took that shoe off and putting them motherfucking hooks in that nigga's face. We were like, man, you don't care. Man,
because he only 4'11".
Right. Little bitty ass nigga.
She got the best of him. She got that nigga in. Got mad.
Yeah, nigga. Might bust his liquor shot to get the feet some off you. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make light of it because I don't know the fucking truth, and
Nobody does.
Yeah, I don't care. She's
Nobody
still alive.
Does.
He's still alive. The police didn't kill nobody that night. I don't know if anybody going to jail. I don't care if anybody going to jail.
Tori needs to go to jail.
Yeah, these are just
I agree. If he shot her, he definitely need to go to jail. Because that's fucked up. What if he would have hit an artery or, you know what I'm saying? What if that gun would have been raised just a little higher and... Like,
he just didn't care.
People can die from leg wounds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's major arteries there.
Exactly.
He didn't care. It was too careless.
I just had
like, we
one
talk about
question
that
and it had nothing to do with nothing.
What
the hell was they doing dating? fucking around or whatever they were.
Whatever they were doing.
Because like they obviously had something going on where it got
That's
to the
what they
point
said.
to where, you know what I'm saying?
That's what they
She
said.
got
They said
shot
it
in the
was-
goddamn foot.
Yeah.
What? Like, is it
Yeah,
like,
man,
oh,
you
he's
shouldn't have
so,
been doing
he's
that.
such a magic leprechaun in the studio. I want to stuff him up my... Show over. Sorry. I'm sleepy.
He was too little for her. Too little.
He was.
I
He
don't
got
like
Napoleon
little men.
complex. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Mm-mm.
You see your boy Young Burger back on the tip?
What?
Yeah, he been clowning on a bunch of people. He said Tierra Marie gave him some head.
Young Bird.
He
He be killing me trying to stay relevant.
He was sleeping with somebody while she was with Ray J. Yeah. He went crazy. He had said a bunch of shit recently.
Oh, wow. What's the old girl name who been going ham on all the celebrities right now? Jaguar, right?
Yeah.
You been
I'm
seeing
about to
that?
say Jaguar.
She been going in on a bunch of people. I'm like, is she like...
I don't know.
I mean, she coming across a little like having
Crazy.
an episode.
Crazy. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if
But
it's that or if she's trying to just expose the industry. So you
Because
can
I
know.
have to say, part of one of the stories that she told, I know the people involved very well. And I was like,
There's the thing. That's what I was going to
I was
say.
like, well, she
We
knows.
ain't gonna talk about it right now.
I was like,
I want to hear this story.
I was like, Jaguar or
Yeah.
Jesus, because she's got to be a carpenter.
Yeah.
She is definitely hitting the nail
Yeah, there
on
you
the
go.
head. Like,
yeah, no, that's what I said. Like, I don't know if she's the credible source, but
some of the stuff she was saying, you was like, I was like,
these industry people are people too. These people
Yeah.
that sing your favorite songs are freaks and creeps just like you.
Yeah.
freaks. And
Well, I'm not gonna say it, but I ain't know.
You snorkeling, it's a little freaky. I'm not, and that big toe's a little freaky too. I'm sorry.
He not gonna let up off that
I know
big
he
toe.
not. I know he not.
She got the LeBron James of toes.
You know
that look. It's a stellar toe. An Olympic gold medal
I ain't said
winning
to
toe.
LeBron James. Shut up.
Boy.
He said your toe bench press by 300.
What they call a generational toe. It's a once in a generation.
Them be the ones too. And he'd be the main one rubbing my feet and all kind of stuff.
What your Uggs look like?
You be the main one.
Look, what your Uggs look like?
You be the main one that dunk off the vertical with that strong ass toe.
That toe got them Uggs leaning. You seen them? You seen people with their Uggs leaning?
Your shit lean inside like the big toe. Ah, my baby. Oh, my baby.
I can't believe he doing this all because I tripped 2 times.
Look at the line. Look at the my
Talk about my toe. Yeah.
baby. The motherfucker Uggs need to go to the tire shop. Your
My
toe
toes
is-
long.
You had them shoes that wear out at the bottom of the big toe. There be a hole in the bottom of the shoe because your
My
toe
big toe
just
be exposed.
dig through that bitch. Like, nigga, I don't want a shoe on me, nigga. Pit bull toes, nigga.
Y'all come get them. I'm not going to make it through this
We
entire
doing the show before
season.
Thanksgiving next week?
Up to y'all.
Hey,
Yeah, I prep my
what do you
food.
guys think? We're going to do a pre-Thanksgiving show?
Somebody said Uggs looking like a pack of hot dogs.
Oh, who?
Yeah, they going in none.
They said,
Somebody said Hollywood has to post her feet just to set the record straight.
Oh, man.
You know what?
I told you your
they
toe
done
was
right
going
now, but
viral.
they done right
I told you your toe was going viral at the photo shoot, didn't I? They gonna want to see that
Listen,
motherfucker next week.
now. My feet are done right now, but I'm
Hashtag
talking
show
about
the
these lips
toe.
in my leg.
Hashtag show the toe. That's gonna be the hashtag for next week. Show the toe for Thanksgiving.
You know what?
Pepper.
Pepper.
Where is the big toe? Yes.
Hollywood has to post the toe.
The hood needs to know about that motherfucking toe.
I am not gonna make it. I promise y'all I'm not gonna make it.
She said Hollywood has supposed to pick her feet just to set the record straight. Facts. Those would be facts. Who's that? Who
You
said
know
that?
what? That's
Khalil.
cool. I don't mind that. I don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody
You know what? I'm
look,
gonna start a fan.
hashtag
Just
show
post
the
my
toe.
Show the toe. Thank
You know what?
She gonna show that bitch after she take it to the powerhouse gym in the morning. That bitch pumped up for the camera. She gonna oil that bitch up That bitch gonna did 1,000 curls and crunches on y'all ass. That toe won't come out like that.
Shut up.
See the look?
I'm telling you, what was y'all? And then another one. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Hashtag show the toe.
Leave me alone. Ain't nothing wrong with my toe.
Oh my God.
She said bodybuilder toe. You know what?
Show them that powerhouse.
She said throw a filter on it.
I don't need no filter boo-boo. I'll take care of my feet.
Yeah, fuck that strong ass toe. Do need with the,
You ain't even really seen it. What
she
you talking about?
nigga at the photo shoot.
Oh, yeah,
I seen all I need to see.
I did pull it out because he was
That motherfucker pity the fool when that girl that toe came out and said, I pity the fool. I fuck this whole setup. This whole setup.
He got 5 on the cash app.
Fuck this banner. Fuck this whole shit.
I'm gonna get a fans only for my toe. How about that?
Oh, somebody said use a toe.
Toe.
I'm gonna get a fans only for my
I'm
toe.
glad people dumb as I am.
When I get this money,
I got 5 on the cash app to see the
You
big
said
toe on the
you
left
said you
foot.
gonna get a fans only.
yeah, for my toes. Yep, I'm gonna promote it on here. Y'all want to see
Somebody
it?
said
Subscribe.
I got 5 on the cash app to see the big toe on the left foot.
you gonna send
Also,
it to-
did she snort? We have a new viewer. Pepper been snorting this whole goddamn show.
That's why he keep calling her Pepper for Pepper the Pig.
That Pepper Pig bitch.
Pepper Pig, because she keeps snorting.
Yeah, somebody else just put it.
Wait. Wait.
Y'all stupid.
We was at the photo shoot, and she kept snorting. And when she snorts, it's hilarious to me. So I am crying, right? This fool says, you know how most people got that.
You know what?
Yeah, that's what I told you.
She said, he said, ours not gonna be bam, 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 bam. It's gonna be.
If y'all do
You
that
keep
to me,
on fucking doing it like that.
I
Do the bam, 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 bam. Do it with the snort at the end.
see, foot fetish is a thing, so I'm gonna get paid. I don't care what
It
you're
said
talking
foot
about.
fetish. You might turn some people
I'm
off
gonna
with
order
that
it.
talk.
No,
Oh
baby.
my
No,
God.
baby. No, baby.
Okay.
I'm gonna order this boy down.
You heard she
With
said,
them
"Oh, this
videos.
boy down."
You
After
just
he
These
do his
videos
workout,
going, and
Powerhouse.
I'm gonna get some money.
You
So
go to
fans
Power.
only coming soon.
what's the show?
That her toe down in the shoe like, that's right, baby. Try them motherfuckers, pop. Be proud of me, baby. Try them motherfuckers, baby. That's her toe voice. Try them motherfuckers, baby.
Somebody can help me.
Okay.
See, she
sick of
see the
your
visual
fucking
with me. I
toe.
ain't about to be playing
We
with her.
sick of your toe.
Oh my God.
Get the sound
So,
already.
to everybody who's watching, great decision, right? No brainer, right? These two bicker like brother and sister, and it is hilarious. That is the Overstood Podcast. We appreciate you for listening.
We gotta hear
Bam,
it.
bam, bam,
See
bam.
y'all later. You gonna laugh at him? I'm so tired. I'm so tired of him. Leave me alone. COVID cough. No COVID cough.
Oh my
Talking about the weed cough.
That's a
the
weed
COVID.
cough.
That's the COVID.
Dog, I cannot.